Hello everyone, now this is Norma frontalis, the skull seen from anterior view. Now here you can see this is frontal bone, this is maxilla bone, right and left maxillae, this is the zygomatic bone, this is the mandible. The sutures seen here you can see between frontal and nasal bone, this is frontonasal suture. Between two nasal bone, this is internasal suture. Then between here nasal and this frontal process of maxilla, nasomaxillary suture here. Then you can see zygomatico maxillary suture. Then this is between frontal and zygomatic bone, frontozygomatic suture, and this is intermaxillary suture. Now here we can study this Norma under the five parts. Now this is the forehead. These are quadrilateral orbital opening. This is the pyriform shape or pear shape nasal aperture, external nasal aperture. This is upper jaw, this is lower jaw. Now this forehead is formed by the frontal bone. The smooth part, convex part, upper part is formed by the squamous part of frontal bone, while this lower part of frontal bone you can see it's forming the supraorbital margin. Here the frontal bone, it shows these eminence. These are on each side. These are the frontal eminence. These are more prominent in females and in small children. Here you can see just above the orbital margin there are these bony curved ridges. These are the superciliary arches. The superciliary arches here they lie above the frontal sinuses of the frontal bone. This overlies the frontal sinuses. Now here between the meeting point of two superciliary arches, this point is known as glabella. Below glabella, now here skull recedes, and you can see at the junction of frontonasal suture and internasal suture, this point is known as nasion. See, nasion is here, and above there is the glabella. Then here you can see these are the quadrilateral orbit. This is supraorbital margin formed wholly by this frontal bone. At the junction of middle 1/3 and lateral 2/3 of this supraorbital margin, you can see this foramen. This foramen is the supraorbital foramen which transmits supraorbital vessels and nerves. Then this is the lateral margin which is formed by frontal process of zygomatic bone and zygomatic process of frontal bone which unite at this frontozygomatic suture. This infraorbital margin is formed by the zygomatic bone laterally and maxilla bone medially. This medial margin is ill-defined and is formed by this maxilla bone, that is its frontal process of maxilla. Here it's forming this lacrimal crest. So lacrimal crest over the frontal process of maxilla in lower part and in upper part by the frontal bone. Then this is the nose, nasal bridge. It is formed by these nasal bones which are uniting at internasal suture anteriorly. Superiorly they are uniting with the frontal bone at frontonasal suture. Then posteriorly they are uniting with the, here you can see they are uniting with the frontal process of maxilla. So there is nasomaxillary suture in between these two bones. The lower border of nasal bone, here it articulates with the upper nasal cartilage. Now this is the pyriform shape or pear shape external nasal aperture. Lower margin of it shows this projection. This bony projection is from this maxilla bone and it is known as anterior nasal spine. Then you can see on each side this curved margin on the side of this pyriform nasal aperture. This is the nasal notch of maxilla. Now this is the maxilla forming the this upper jaw. You can see 1 centimeter below infraorbital margin there is a foramen. This foramen transmits the infraorbital vessel and nerve. Here three processes of maxilla you can see. This is the frontal process of maxilla. This is alveolar process of maxilla, which is bearing teeth of upper jaw, and this is zygomatic process of maxilla, which is articulating with the zygomatic bone. Here you can see above the incisor tooth, this is the incisive fossa. Then there is canine eminence, and lateral to it there is canine fossa. This is the lower jaw, and this is the cheek region. So superolateral aspect of cheek is formed by the zygomatic bone, and here you can see the foramen is there. This is zygomaticofacial foramen, which transmit the zygomaticofacial nerve, which is a branch of maxillary nerve. Then here you can see this lower jaw is formed by the mandible. The junction of two mandible, halves of mandible, is formed by this symphysis mentae. Then this is upper border of mandible or alveolar arch, which is bearing these teeth, while this is the base of mandible or lower border. The midpoint of this base of mandible is known as gnathion. On each side here you can see on the mandible there is this foramen. These are the mental foramen, and here you can see this is the oblique line is seen extending from this coronoid process of mandible anteriorly toward this mental foramen. So this is the oblique line. So this is about the norma frontalis. Thank you.